Heya! This is Pokeball35, and welcome to yet another brand new playthrough on the channel. Right now is episode 1 and the beginning of a brand new playthrough. Honestly, I wasn't gonna let this play, but now I can. This is the start of Okami. Okami is a wonderful game that I first played for the very first time 4 years ago on the stream. However, I never did a full Let's Play on it because I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the channel. So I, started doing everything back in 2019, and 2020 was only my second year of doing content. So there is a couple stuff in 2020 that I streamed and never did anything with. Okami being one of those games. I only knew a few things about Okami growing up because of the fact that I saw that there was Let's Plays from people that I watched growing up about this game. And that's really it. I do remember one time I went into a local GameStop and I saw this game used, and I was like, you know what, hey, I know about Okami, but I didn't get it. I don't remember what I got instead of Okami on the Wii, but I never got Okami on the Wii. As you can see from this game's art style, this game is absolutely beautiful, and I first played this for the very first time in 2020, like I said. This game was originally gifted to me by my friend Gamma, so thank you to her. And I streamed this in 2020, and this game took a little while to play through. I can show you, I took an image from Steam when I had to reinstall this. Alright, no, don't play the intro movie. Like, I can't tab out for a moment because it, likes to play this intro movie. So yeah, the last time I played this was May 20th, 2020, and my playtime was about 33 hours. So this game is a little bit long, and it's been quite a bit since I have last played this game. I have to do this so it doesn't go into the intro movie again, so just ignore my typing of just this. This is all being streamed live at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description down below. If you are not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because I do have a lot to offer, including this whole playthrough of Okami and everything else on the channel as well. In terms of numbered Let's Plays on my channel, this is numbered number 50th, which is kinda cool. To briefly explain what this game is for anyone who may have no idea what Okami even is, it is a game that you play as a dog, a wolf even, and you do combat, and it's got this awesome Japanese aesthetic. You're in Japan, and you're doing things, and I wanted to play this for springtime. I think I'm uploading this, like, the first episode, the day before the first day of spring. I think this game is a fantastic game to be playing for the springtime, because it's all about blossoming forth beauty and stuff like that. I don't really know how else to explain this, other than if you like traditional Zelda games, such as, like, Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and stuff like that, this game kind of plays like one of those. I am not someone who enjoys playing traditional Zelda games, and my favorite Zelda games of all time are Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But this pretty much plays like a classic Zelda game, and I love it. Like, this is my favorite Zelda game. So I think without further ado, we will get into this. I am playing this on Steam. This game has a very particular control scheme that works really well with keyboard and mouse. When this game was on Wii, the Wii controls were also pretty perfect, especially for what this game goes for with combat, which we'll get to when we get into combat. If you do want to play this, it is on all modern consoles. This is the HD version of the game that re-released many years later. And if you want to play this on Switch, this game is constantly on sale, like, all the time. Like, this game usually goes for 20 bucks, and it's constantly on sale for 10 nearly all the time. Check the eShop, it's probably on sale right now. So, let us begin. I will move my camera and stuff. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. I'll move my camera and stuff when I need to, because I don't remember where it needs to go. But like I said, it's been 4 years since I last played this. It is not a blind playthrough, however, I do not remember everything about this. I also didn't go for 100% in my original playthrough. I like to 100% a lot of games I do on this channel, so we'll see what happens when we start playing. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lays nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of a tree trunk, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, neighboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home, as Nagi stood bravely before the entrance. A beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Baring its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mysterious power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taken shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner, and it was his chance to be a big shot. Orochi's broken body collapsed into a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped up the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. I do know this intro is long, please bear with the game. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of a wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. This is the legendary sword. It is Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi. No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Oh, look who done fucked it up. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds, speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. Do it or I'll, eat you and stuff. Now look at what you've done. You never mess with 100-year-old curses. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Wood Sprite, Sakuya, or Sakuya, or some other way you would pronounce this word. I think I'm gonna say Sakuya, or Sakuya. You know what, I should, like, just see. Pronunciation.
Sakuya.
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 They say, random AI voice says Sakuya. That is your name. How troublesome! This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There was no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now it is time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. She was the statue the whole time. I don't know how you build the statue, but then, like, it becomes a real wolf. Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother, and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Doggy. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Oh, yeah, it's this kind of game. What on earth? Best character. You again? Ow, 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 are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Are you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug? I told you 1,000 times, that's not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist, Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Wow. Such beauty. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it! You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Whoa! What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the Grady soon. Don't make me use my prized sword! Benkomaru against you! What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees returned to normal, huh? That's Tsukuyomi girl. I already forgot the pronunciation. Sakuya. Sakuya girl sub that I clicked in. As villager spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. So here we are, playing the game. We are now finally playing the game after like 20 minutes of text. But first we need to go into a loading zone. Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the mouse to look around. See, it changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? The mouse right now is inverted, and that's not supposed to be the case. Camera control. Invert. Yes. Much better. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of files of the game. You know, I never did that in my first playthrough. I always just saved over the one file. You should save a number of files. But that way, you can always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're learning the ropes. F to save the game. So here's my original save file of nearly 30 hours. So we'll be saying, I think this is like a New Game Plus file. So we're just gonna save on file 3. So I'm using WAS to move around, and then the mouse is the camera movement. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press left, right, left click. So I can tackle. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. And give me that yen. Some of you might be familiar with the concept of yen, as it is currency in Japan. It is also 3 different treasures in Pikmin 2. This is the closest any Pikmin 2 fan has ever gotten to Japan. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on there, furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press space to jump. Then press space again to do a wall jump. Make sure you press it firmly so you can jump really high. I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places. So keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. I obtained Holy Bone Small. Yeah, I don't know where the camera should go. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, so you can properly see the icon. Unless I could move the camera over to this side. That might be a bit better, and then I'll move chat over here. I don't know. Amaterasu's favorite snack restores 3 units of solar energy. Horse. Murder horse. Yeah, definitely controlling this is gonna need some getting used to again, because it has been quite a while. Also, the more you're running, the more you're walking in a straight line, Amaterasu speeds up. Look, the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy, ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they said. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Whoa! Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13! Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? This is me moving at a faster rate. River of the Heavens. The River of the Heavens? I mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? Wow! Look at all the look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look! Are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Ah! Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press Control to hold the brush, then blah to draw. I should have spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. So, this is one of the main gameplay mechanics, is brushing. And on the Wii, you use the Wii pointer controls. And with playing it on Steam, you're using keyboard and mouse, so it's just, really easy to do. If you're playing this on a console, or just using a controller to play this on Steam, I believe you have to use the right stick, which I think is fine, but I've never played that control scheme before. My resident Mother Amaterasu. I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, a Yomigami, god of restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all of the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow! That was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation! Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really just... can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you are as good as a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? I feel like I may adjust the mouse sensitivity, but I'm not entirely sure. I wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way you could pull off a stunt like that. I'm gonna get as much yen as possible here. So here's all this. Hold control, and we can drag from this and just start going all over the place. Whoa! A river of stardust! So this, really must be the river of the heavens. But what I really want to know is who the heck drew that darn thing? And what's neat is that it does follow your exact brush movement, so I think if I, like, do this and, like, go out that way, it just makes another random path over to the side, but we just need it to connect to the opposite end of the river. You obtained Astral Pouch. Look what you found, Furball! This Astral Pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. So this is kind of like extra health. Like, we have a health bar, but we can, I believe if I remember correctly, get a bunch of food to fill the pouch. Consumed apple. Nectar-filled sour apple. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. Peach. Juicy and fragrant peach. Fills Astral Pouch just a little bit. Tubed. Orange. Orange. With sharp citrus taste. So the more random fruits and foods we find, like if I start taking a lot of damage, it pretty much just becomes a revive. So it's a neat thing. I just love this game. This game had already looked amazing, and this HD version of the game is pretty much the definitive way you should be playing Okami. I feel like I remember there being like a secret somewhere, but also I can't remember if there ever was. I mean, there's this down here. These are very vague memories. Dumplings! Doughy balls made from grain. Fills Astral Pouch just a little bit. Is this the legendary shrine? It must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of a white wolf, Shiranui. First the River of Heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See that sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. We have the power of rejuvenation. Does this do anything yet? No. I knew it. You can handle a brush. Now try again. Draw more carefully. And make sure you're right in front of the statue. I have to stand here specifically. So anything that's like kind of like puffy there is part of the thing. And then it'll just like go off if it's not part of the thing itself. So we can just get in the whole thing there. That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like, mouse. Bonk. Look at the friend. It's Zacian.
Well, if it isn't the mother of Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to the ancient hero. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I am at your service. Make good use of this sword that was designed to conquer evil.
Don't worry, you don't have to hear me do that voice ever again, because that character only shows up that one time. Hey, that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute, if you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi? When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into 13 brush gods. This is crazy! Shiranui and Nagi? It's just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff on that boulder over there? Let me see if you can slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. So, hold control. Just make a straight line through it. Boom. Wow! I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. I mean, Amaterasu. I made up my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing Takuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. Am I not able to, like, move around? I thought I could, like, go down there. They just show the boulder that I can break. Oh no, it's down here. Or there's some stuff over here. We can get more yen. And now we got more boulders. Cut them down. Typically they can have yen and stuff inside. I don't think I need to be going down to the statue. But yes. I have been trapped. Oh no. Also, I don't think it's these trees, right? Can I do these trees? Yes, you can. You can just do this. You can just use the slash. You can just have the slash go across a bunch of different stuff. And you can just cut everything all at once. So, like, I got these boulders here, too. Actually, no, I don't think these boulders. These are plot boulders. Ink bottle. Bottle full of ink fills one of Amaterasu's ink pots. So, using your brush a bunch fills your ink. Or, like, drains your ink. Oh, yeah, jump scare. What the? Where'd they come from? Yeah, whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press blot and use its power against them. So, because we picked up that sword, now we can do combat. Once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, they're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. So you hit them a bunch, and then you slash them to death. So we're doing, or I'm like attacking with my with like the mirror thing that's on my back. Yo, 420 yen. Cut. Also, I can cut these pots as well from a distance. I get more stuff. So you're constantly doing combat, and then once they're black and white, you can give them the old 1-2. This over here, screw that boulder. Just come over here and grab this extra stuff. I guess the one thing you're not seeing right now is the yen counter at the bottom right of the screen. That's not necessarily important. You'll know how much yen I have when I enter a place where I can spend it. But you can just keep fooling around. I'm cutting out all the stuff. There's the secret that I was thinking about. A stray bead. Find all the scattered beads and get a special reward. These are pretty much just like secret collectibles you'll find around the game. I don't remember if they serve a specific purpose. I don't remember if they serve a specific purpose before you collect them all, except other than the fact that they're just a collectible to find. In my original playthrough of this, I did not collect all stray beads. I may do so in this playthrough, because like I said, I like to 100% a lot of the games that I play. Unless it becomes too annoying. Screw this horse. A radish. A pure white spherical vegetable. Feels Austra pouch just a little bit. But now we're pretty much just making our way back to where we came from until we're gonna get more combat. So we can just keep hitting them, but the power slash will automatically take them out. Demon Fang. A fang forged in demonic hatred. Beautiful and deadly. Yo! So this game filled my love for Yo, because it was always a funny sound effect. And a lot of the games that I play, it's a very funny coincidence that a lot of the games that I play like somehow semi-tie into each other occasionally. Because like, I played this game, which had a bunch of Yo in it. I also played the sequel to this game, Okami Den. There is no good way to play Okami Den. Also, here's a cabbage. Thick and fibrous vegetable. Feels Austra pouch just a little bit. There's no particularly good way to play this game's sequel. Because it is a DS exclusive as of right now. It is a game that released on the DS and used like the DS's bottom screen for you know, the brush techniques. Spoiler alert, the brush techniques are in the sequel. Like, that's the main core of this game. Potato. Dry but satisfyingly flavorful. Feels Austra pouch a little bit. So, what I had to do is that I got, I don't remember which emulator I used. I think I probably used, like, Desume. So here's Chinese cabbage. On the simple side, but tasty. And I used this controller here, which is a terrible controller that I've had for, like, a decade, that, like, some of the buttons, they either don't work very well anymore, or I have to, like, push them down, like, really, really hard to get them to work. I used that controller with Joyta key, and I mapped, I think, the brush techniques, like, the button to go into the brush techniques. Also, ginseng, bursting with nutrients. And that's not anything. So I did that, and I bound the brush technique button to, like, ZL or something. And then when that happens, I'd have to get my mouse on screen and do that. So, I would also, in the future, love to replay Okami Den as well, because Okami Den is a great sequel that does not deserve to be trapped on the DS. This game was developed by Platinum, And this is like, oh, I'm also out of ink. When you're out of ink, you have to wait for it to slowly regen. So there you go. So you can't do too much of this at one time, because it does slowly regen over time, but you can get the ink bottles to get everything back quickly. But if you fully run out of ink, you have to wait for everything to come back. We can also save the game here. Yeah, this is, I believe, the first game made by Hideki Kamiya. And then he later went on to make Bayonetta, I'm pretty sure. And all this other stuff that he's done. And I love Bayonetta. I have full playthroughs of the Bayonetta trilogy on the channel. And I love all those games. But very recently, Kamiya, like, retired from Platinum Games. So it's like the fate of Okami has been, what do I even say? The fate of Okami has been, dark, I'd say, because, like, Okami then released, I think, like, the DSi XL was the new console at the time, I'm pretty sure, when Okami then came out. And then we got Okami HD later on, but then it's like, nothing else has happened. So I would love for there to be a remaster of Okami Den in the future, because I would love to play the game like that, instead of having to do the whole DS stuff. So, we now have the ability to cut. Pretty. Wow! The village has been restored! Sakuya came through in big time. She really was protecting the village. I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her kimono. If you know what I mean. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. I should also say the shirt I am wearing today is in fact a Sakuya shirt of her and Amaterasu. Is Isun on the shirt too? Is it just those two? I can't, like, look down. Yeah, Isun's down here in the corner. If you could, like, see that. There he is. So, I like this shirt. I wear it occasionally. It's like, she's not, like, the most important character in the game. If I remember correctly, she's, like, important for the prologue, which is what we just got through, the tutorial. And she may show up a little bit more, I don't remember, but, there was a different shirt I'd originally wanted when I was getting an Okami shirt. Also examine. Sacred Tree protects Kamiki Village, but it's definitely seen better days. It's never looked this bad. And, Sakuya's been all burned out since the imp showed up. There was a different shirt that I wanted that was a really cool Amaterasu design, but that shirt was sold out, so I got this one instead. You gotta be too careful, you gotta be looking around for secrets. You there. What in the world? I remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. It's very, barren around here. I've got a bad feeling about this. Kamiki Village is supposed to be famous for its scenic beauty. I wonder what's going on down there. Can I jump off of this? No, they don't make it. They don't let you jump off of this, but I can. I should be able to fall down here. Hey, you can fall down? Yes, here. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have turned to stone or something. Not again! That's not one of those smaller monsters that are lurking about. A roar like that's gotta belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse around here. I can't get out. Who the heck put this big rock here? It's blocking the only road out of the village. Doesn't look like you can squeeze through anywhere. Besides, I don't even know if it's safe to leave the village yet. Looks like the power slash just isn't enough. Screw your horses. Behead them. Screw this too. I didn't show there's a hole there though. Oh good, this one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. Village is back, but what's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's too dark outside for the village too? Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. Wasn't I just there on the high ground, though? This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's as black as night as far as the eye can see. Not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Did a monster do this? It's not gonna stay like this forever, is it? If only the sun were out to light our way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that'd be impossible even for a god like you. Maybe we better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, that'd be a different story. It's really hard to draw a circle. That's the best I can do. Ooh, what the? Huh. Come to think of it, her name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So, it'd follow that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The flowing brush is like a music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist was like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't you name? I want to name your brushwork after that poem of his. It's called Celestial Brush. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Amy, let's get back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to normal now. Oh, who are you? Village Elder, Mr. Orange. The White Wolf? Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi? You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story is 100 years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. Also, I don't remember, it's probably explained, but all the markings and stuff that are on Amaterasu, only gods or people who are related or something, some special thing, can see the markings. Mr. Orange cannot. Just sees a white wolf. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Whoa! No need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words, I just state the facts. Yo! Why is this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come, Furball! Those are the monsters that's been plaguing these lands. They need to get into the village and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball. This is a job for my trusty sword, Okamaru. Yo! Let's get straight into combat. So I believe we can also use the brush to stun them as well. Actually, wait, no. Health bars are down there. Alright, well now I can't keep the camera down there unless I, like, move it up slightly. Because I forgot during combat health bars are down there. Maybe I put it here so that you can see it again. The thing that's hard for me, that I always have trouble with if I'm playing a game, on Steam, and I'm not, or like anything that doesn't have like a layout. Like when I play recently, like Undertale Yellow as an example, I have like the sidebar, you know, or even like Infinite Fusion. Like I have the sidebar. The part of this gets covered, when the game is there. But like when I have the sidebar, it's very easy to get thumbnails. When I'm playing like this and I have the camera like here on the side of the screen or like around, it's kind of hard to get, like, the perfect thumbnail, because, like, I have to crop it in a very specific way. Since I'm not using a controller, if I was using a controller, I'd just be able to press the capture button on my Switch Pro controller, and get thumbnails that way, like I did with, like, Board of Bread. So I don't know where it was the best place to put the camera. I like having it, so too bad. You really get aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, you got yourself some praise. And look, see that dried up spring began flowing again. That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the god's power to the land. People call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. You people believe in gods these days. That may weaken you, but if you try real hard, the true power might just shine through. Oh boy, there's sure been a lot of monsters around lately. And Mr. Orange you tossed around on the up on the sacred deck. Looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak people can't see them anymore. Oh, anyway, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. This should be fun, Furball. Feed bag. Seeds. Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Why, you little devil, look at this sweet grub you found. Hey, wait, it's animal food. Still, we should save it to give to animals. Let's use it when we try to approach animals later. Something good might come out of it when using it the right way. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner. But what the heck, let's make an exception this time. I almost forgot, there was something I wanted to tell you. Whenever you want to check your items you've obtained, just press F1 to open the fan menu. While the fan menu is open, you can check to use the items you have. There are other things you can do there too. The fan menu is your key to a successful adventure. So here, we can see our tools, which is just, we have Holy Boat. I think this is just like, if I'm low on health, I can like proc it in the menu. And then we have the feed bag in here as well. Equipment, we just have Divine Retribution. But there are more weapons we can get later. And I do remember there being some fun weapons in this game. So here we can see our health, our ink, our pouch, our yen. And we can, yeah, do this, right? Yeah. So we have 20 praise there, and we need to, like, spend the praise on upgrades. So the more stuff you do and help people around the game, by restoring the land or helping people and stuff like that, the more praise I get and the more I can spend it on upgrades. So we get, like, a wallet upgrade, I can fill my belly more, more ink, more health, etc. This is just, you're able to see how to do the different techniques, and it does stuff. Take care when beginning and ending the motion, and close the circle. So it's just like, here's some extra artwork and stuff on how to use the different abilities. It's not really going to be too useful. Logbook, journal, just like quest stuff, other things, travel guide, bestiary, you can see new. Green imp, rude monkey-like creature that harasses and teases humans. Whether frightening the locals or causing outbreaks of disease, these troublemakers have proven to be the bane of humanity. Said to hide in gloomy places, they are portrayed as flauntists. And a whole bunch of other stuff we don't have, and stray beads. There is 99 stray beads throughout the game. And I don't know if you get a hint later on of where stuff is. But you can see that, like, whatever is here, there's 3 beads in one area. So you could probably, like, take a good guess as to where some of this stuff is. If you have 1 bead from one area, you'll notice that, like, you're, like, say, if there's beads in Kamiki Village and I got, like, 2 of 3, you'll know that there's still 1 and 3 that I need to get in Kamiki Village. I don't remember how many I got in my original playthrough. I could probably check that later. But there's 99. I never got them. Got all of them in my original playthrough. So maybe I do that. Here is a map of the village and stuff. And then we can also leave the menu. You obtained Spirit Globe. Small. Humanity's faith made solid. Restores a little bit of solar energy. So that's just, like, health. It's not gonna let me... Oh, no, it is. Cool. We just jumped down. I do think I need to be up here, though. Because there's this person. And also... birds. This is why we need all that other stuff. Oh, wait, no. Well, I waited too long. I gotta wait for the birds to crash back down. Great Shiranui, oh no. Here we go. Birds. Feed. So we have feed bag. Use feed bag. The best cutscene in the game. Amaterasu stands there, feeding the low polygon birds. What a wise wolf she is. It's beautiful. I can't skip this. I think I have to watch the whole thing for the first time, and then I think you can skip it afterwards. Yeah, there we go. You just had to wait for that one. By feeding the birds, I got 4 praise. Ah, I feel it. I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate, look hard, you see? Right behind you now! Yeah, we can stun. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Words. So we can stun them with it, and stuff and things, and then, you know, all the other stuff I said. You probably get it by now. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 13 seconds. Heavens above! Also, I can bite people. I can drag them. I love the little birds.